Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the exciting conclusion of the SinaCup semifinals winner bracket.
We're ready to go. I've got my mic on. We don't need our Mineski shirts, and Kawa has pants on.
He does. I can confirm. I just checked.
He just put them on.
And
first game was First few games were a bit rough, which was. We apologize for some of the casting last game. We blame Kawa for not having pants on.
no apologies necessary.
No, it's true. No apologies necessary.
There were valuable lessons about Pugna.
Yep.
There were English lessons. And it was OD beating another hero. What else do we need?
OD win. Is OD won both games so far? I've already forgotten the game before that. But yeah, we're here with game 3. This is the decider for the winner bracket game, though. So loser of this still drops down to the loser bracket, and not sure exactly who they'll be versing because there's the loser bracket round 1 matches haven't been played yet. Those will get played out tomorrow, but both teams want to win this, get to the winner bracket final where IG's waiting them. Yeah, IG won 2-1 against Vici Gaming. So
how out of the 4 teams? I mean, we've seen a lot of these games already. IG, Tongfu, LGD, and
Vici Gaming.
Vici Gaming. How would you rank them?
I
In
think
terms of not results, but like just like skill.
I like Vici Gaming and IG the most. Right
Okay.
Now. I would say
Reserve time.
I think I mean IG just beat Vici Gaming, so I'd say IG's probably looking the strongest right now with Vici Gaming second, LGD third, Tongfu fourth. Question is, where is DK going to fit in? Are they going to be the kings of Chinese Dota, or will they just kind of, well, not so much as disappoint, but they got this like star-studded roster. It reminds me of DK when they first got formed with Yafits, Burning, and all these superstars, and didn't quite meet the expectations. I feel DK, they're not going to be like the 4th or 5th, but they may not be the top 1 team in China like a lot of people are expecting.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree to that one as well. But it's hard to say whether Tongfu or LG are a better team here if we could return to the series. Zoe has been, I want to say lackluster. When he wins game, he just stomps games when there's morphling. But on the losing games, it feels like the carry is not the guy that you could lean on. So we'll see whether Zoe could return to the form of the O, which he is. To me, he's still definitely a very well-respected and a carry player that you should be scared of. But
he won TI2, so as much as...
Did he win TI2?
10 seconds remaining.
We're going to go there? Yes, he won TI2. He walked home with a big fat paycheck for getting first place at TI2. Correction. He was on the winning team of TI2.
There you go. So was
as were 4 other players.
So were like the bench players of
10 seconds.
Who is that one guy in the NBA?
Hold on a second. There's 5 players all in the starting lineup.
Right.
Joe was not benched.
But okay, let me tell my story. Who's that one guy? Caliburri?
Ask me about cricket, man. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Actually, don't ask me about cricket. I know jack shit about cricket.
Look, I'm gonna just tell you that when you have 2 supports zoning the guys off for you, and all you have to do is hit creeps. And
Did you see TI2?
I saw.
Did you watch the same TI2 as me? Joe was like solo in so many of those games.
Yeah.
His supports did not support him. His supports supported Ferrari. I guess they knew who the real carry was.
Look, I'm trying to be Twan's advocate here, but
I'm gonna defend Joe.
Okay.
This guy's a Chinese Dota legend. Team Liquid voted him the best carry of 2012.
Oh, they voted the carry player of the winning team at TI2 as the best carry player.
They didn't vote each of their players as the best in their respective roles. I believe Dendi was voted the best mid that year. I can't remember. Team Liquid had a 2012 awards, and it was decided that sure, Burning, Sylar are like the best farmers, but there's more to being a carry player than being able to farm every single creep.
All right, so let's real fast vote on the best carry
of 2013.
Yeah. Is it Loda?
How?
Is it Loda?
My money's on How right now. I'd give Loda number 2, but How to me takes number 1.
I'll have to think on that one. It's not Zoe, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get back to the game as we are. The banter has been going on for quite long.
And Havos is the 4th best carry. That's why we gave him a 4. He's
He is
the 4th best carry in the world.
Maybe. Lifestealer and Puck here for Tongfu. Weaver, Naga Siren, and Bane Elemental here for LGD China. I think Bane is actually I want to say a forgotten support a lot of times. Some teams kind of value him very highly, like Kaipi, for example, and the other teams just don't even have him trained as a part of their roster. And I think you're missing a lot if you don't have Bane as part of your hero pool, because he shuts down certain heroes quite well, like Lifestealer.
Yep. So this will work quite well. I feel that Bane's something LGD have used a number of times, just not recently in this series. But this is, I feel, a very Tongfu-ish draft. It's not going to be a How lifestealer, but Zhou on the lifestealer works perfectly fine. Could even be an XTT one, depending on how they want to lane. If they want to go with that kind of offensive trial lane, How playing a safe lane 1v1 matchup, depending on what LGD get for that off lane.
Mm-hmm. And the question is, are we going to see a return of the Elder Titan? Because we saw them picked up as the off lane last time. Didn't have Puck to set up, but they had Astral. And I think Dream Coil is a similar type of spell where you could Dream Coil, lob an Astral on top, stomp, and then set up a team fight like that.
Yeah, the Elder Titan I feel had a decent impact last game, but it was nothing like we saw from ROTK when he pulled it out. But it was mostly because the focus was on just shutting down Zhao at mid. Elder Titan just got the XP he needed and was actually got some pretty good ultimates off in general.
Yeah, I think when you play Elder Titan, you want to combine it with a little bit more AoE. Lifestealer not being part of that AoE combo, it's not going to be as significant or exciting. But looks like we're going to see it taking a page out of the IG playbook. Lifestealer and Chen.
Do they go Lone Druid?
Lone Druid's
For the
fine.
full?
You could go even simpler, like just pushing here. Leshrac would be okay here. Any type of pushing spells or summons would be good here for Tongfu.
Yeah, I mean, Lone Druid adds to the pushing, but it's just such like tankiness is what really works well with this. Having the Chen heals with 2 tanky frontline carries, Lifesteal Lone Druid, it's so hard to fight into. So LGD, if you want to go up against something like that, do they go back to like the all-in team fight? I want to see a return of the either Yao or Zhao 8 Mag.
Yeah, I think Magnus would be great.
That's
here.
like a trademark LGD hero, and it's well, I guess they can't really Enigma. They can do because LGD started the solo mid. Well, I say started, but they did solo mid Enigma back in the G1 league. This was literally a year ago. I think G1 league's last season was well, no, not the last season, the season before that. Solo mid Enigma.
Called it.
Zhao plays a solo mid Enigma, and he plays it pretty damn well.
Could be off lane Enigma.
Enigma
as well.
works really well against that Lifesteal Lone Druid combo. It's not guaranteed to be a Lone Druid yet, but Enigma works good against what Tongfu have in front of them.
At the same time, Enigma can't really rely on Black Hole too much because there's many ways for them to cancel it just on the Puck alone, especially with the Blink Dagger. But, I mean, once we have a Naga setup and a Black Hole on top, who is going to do the damage? I think Weaver is going to be looked towards him to setting up a ton of right-click. I think they need something like a Medallion Courage on top. My concern is the lanes. I mean, Enigma solo mid or off lane. Let's not forget about that, as Enigma definitely is a good off-lane hero. The lanes are okay, but they're not anything too scary. So far, I think Tongfu could have the better lanes.
They don't, at the same time, you put the Enigma mid 1v1 with Puck, maybe an evenish matchup. You're not going to want to contest this LGD tri lane unless you have a really strong safe lane solo to go up against whatever LGD put in the off lane. And if LGD expect an offensive tri lane, maybe they send Weaver bottom and mix up their lanes.
Tongfu's going to go back to the draft looking for a support and an off-laner. Again, more pushing power is always good. Vengeful Spirit, so a little bit of aura push. And of course, another way to cancel that Black Hole. So
you ban Lone Druid here? I guess maybe LGD decide, maybe want them to go Lone Druid. Just think, hey, we've got Enfeeble, we've got Black Hole, he's going to have, I mean, he's kind of...
Malefice.
The bear's melee, so...
Yeah, Malefice.
They've got a number of ways of dealing with it. Riptide makes it squishy with the minus armor, as does Swarm, so...
I'm not even sure whether Tongfu wanted the Lone Druid. I mean, if they wanted it, they could have picked up a 4. I think Vengeful Spirit, in a sense, is replaceable by other aura supports.
What do they want, do you think?
Remaining.
It's not offensive. I guess it could be, but I don't think they go...
I'd much rather see a Beastmaster.
You can't go offensive trialing with a Chen, I feel.
Yeah, I'd much rather see a Beastmaster. More auras, a way to another pierce through either the Bane or the Enigma, which for Beastmaster Roar.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
Bounty would have worked well with their lineup as well.
Bounty's okay.
Bounty's fantastic.
Yeah, Bounty tracking like half the team up and maybe letting Puck to initiate. I feel like they need some tank up in the front line. Lifestealer,
Elder Titan. Space Cow. Infested Lifestealer and Space Cow.
that sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm on board.
All right.
Lumi's on board.
Tongfu,
let's see it.
Can you just Nightmare him?
Yeah, so what? You can grip him too.
5 seconds
You can
remaining.
Malefice him, you can Black Hole him. Probably
Actually, Spiritbreaker's pretty bad here.
so we're gonna retract that statement.
It could be a Weaver.
So Gyrocopter gets last pick, which basically means we're going to be seeing a Yao, either offensive tri-lane or to give the safe lane to the Weaver in a 1v1 matchup, or we look at just a standard Weaver off lane, Gyrocopter, safe lane, tri-lane. Zhou Morphling. There we have it. So XTT grabs up the lifesteal. He's going to be pretty much sacked in the offense. I don't see them able to go for an offensive tri-lane. They need to protect Zhou's farm. Not to mention, trialing versus trialing, they lose because Chen is going to struggle to get into the enemy jungle, can't really contribute a whole lot. I don't see them going offensive with this.
At the same time, does XCT survive the top lane? I'm looking at deciding on who's going to be playing it. It's going to be Xiao Tuji on that. Actually, can they just, let's say, Xiao Tuji versus XCT in 1v1, and you go offensive trialing with Enigma in the enemy jungle, DD and Yao on the bot lane? Or sorry, Xiao A in the mid lane, and then you go Bane, Naga, Weaver offensive try. And just leave Xiao Tuji 1v1 against XTT. Because I think you could harass Zoe in the lane with your 3 range heroes, or 2 range and Naga, and then you could even gank the Chen in the jungle.
Offensive trialing definitely an option for them. It depends. And we saw earlier today the Weaver versus Lifestealer matchup. I thought it was like slightly favored to the Weaver, but the one we saw earlier today, Weaver wrecked the Lifestealer. That was the YYF Lifestealer as well. So if YYF can't do well in that 1v1 matchup, I don't think anyone can on Lifestealer.
Yeah, also at the same time though, Bane Elemental and Naga aren't exactly your best kind of early level 1 killing lineup. And if you put a lineup like that on the offensive trialing, you're asking for trouble.
Well, Gyrocopter's headed top, so it looks like LGD are going to just play it the safe and standard way. It's LGD, of course, and we'll introduce their lineup. Rabbit or Xiao Tuji, which is Chinese for little rabbit, as Lumi did not point out when he said his name changed to Rabbit. It's Zhao 8, who's going to be playing the Enigma. It looks like he actually is in the off lane. We're going to have Yao play a solo mid-weaver, perhaps. We're going to have DDC on the Bane, and then finally the other support. DD is going to be on the Naga Siren. They've switched up the Naga Siren player, it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Saying the sleep wasn't so good last game, perhaps. I'm not too sure. Moo's going to be your solo mid-puck, obviously. And no quick rush on the bottle. It's going to be a no talisman. ZSMJ on the Chen. Pretty decent micro from what we've seen so far. XTT is going to be your off-lane lifestealer, or perhaps starting in the jungle. We'll see. He's got 6 sets of tangos, or 6 tangos, and a south. He should be okay. Zoe is going to be on Morphling. And Zoe, I don't think he has actually lost a Morphling game in quite a while. Shansheng, to round it out, it's going to be on the Magic Missile Adventure Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, as TI2 winners and Morphling being the hero of TI2, this guy knows his hero left, right, and center.
Yep.
Was played a ton back then, but it's starting to make a resurgence with a couple of teams. Fnatic pick Morphling every now and then, and Zhou really likes his hero. He's going to find a haste rune at level 1 at the bottom lane. Not going to really matter too much. May actually leave it just for Sangching to take, because Zhou, he just wants to farm, take creeps at this bottom lane, and he's going to find himself up against absolutely no one. Zhao goes straight into the jungle and wants to just farm up there. He's going right into that Soul Ring recipe.
Yeah, I think if you jungle well with lucky creep spawns and not dying with your Eidolons and whatnot, you could get a 4-minute, 4.5 minute, or 5-minute level 6, which is one of the fastest level in the entire game. So we'll see how he's going to be playing it. Move back in the mid lane here, getting him harassed a little bit by Yao.
You say jungle well, but he starts off with the small camp. This is not how you normally jungle Enigma. Normally you go straight for the big camp, you back off, and then you kill the big camp again, and you get instant level 2. That to me is the fastest way to jungle Enigma, and what I see most jungle Enigmas do.
Just judging from the way that he's jungling right now, it doesn't seem like he's practiced jungling Enigma quite a bit. He got his Clarity Cancel, which, by the way, if you're trying to jungle against a Poison No Cramps, you want to just basically auto-attack with your Eidolons first, and then come in later with your hero, because sometimes when aggro gets a little bit wonky and it switches on you. And, well, Xiao gonna get the second Clarity Cancel.
He's not used to playing. I mean, jungle isn't normally his role. It's just he can't go in that off lane. Meanwhile, mid lane, Yao and Mu trading hits, trading blows. Mu has been stacked both a Tango as well as a Salve. Yao, exact same thing.
Well, both of them is going to be rushing for a quick bottle. I think bottle is going to favor Weaver a little bit more. Sakuchi allowing him to check the runes a little bit more frequently. Back in the top lane here, looks like we have a Nightmare to start off, and Rocket Barrage. No, there's going to be the Rocket Barrage is going to get dodged, and let's see how good of the RNG luck is. It's good enough here as Xiao Tuji.
I don't think it mattered there. Yeah. That was well executed. They had the homing missile coming in, level 2 homing missile, just because you can have it follow up the Nightmare. Even though he dodges it, he has to use it earlier than he would have liked to. He wanted to wait out and rage as soon as Rocket Barrage started, but because he uses it early, he waits to Rocket Barrage, gets about like a third of the Rocket Barrage damage off, which was all he needed.
Yeah, there's just way too many spells that he needs to block the Rocket and the Rocket Barrage and the homing missile. But between Nightmare as well as Ensnare, they were able to lock him down long enough for the kill. Mid lane here, it looks like regen rune, lucky regen rune coming out. Oh, can he get it though?
He may die.
Close. Get this Magic Missile. He's gonna block. Ooh, hit and a stun. The net sentry on top. Yes, they will have it. And there's Test of Faith. One
that
more
was
hit.
A low damage Test of Faith.
Oh,
I think that Test of Faith had some really bad RNG in it. I didn't see the exact.
It's level
combat
1.
log. Do we get combat log as observers?
You look at the combat log.
There's no combat log for me.
Dang. Why is there no number on top of the Test of Faith? It would make sense, right?
Oh, here we go. Combat log. Just keep casting. I'm
Keep
gonna...
casting. All right. Well, those combat logs are hard to read through here. Back in the middle lane here, Yao. Going back and forth on between Mu and CSing away. We have 19 CS on the Morphling on the bot, 17 on the Enigma. Out of possible 100. It's above 50.
Is that pure damage?
It's pure damage.
So it was 63 out of 100. It was going anywhere from 50 to 100, and he got 63. And he survived on like 28 HP, I believe. So
Something like that.
with a bit more luck, he would have got that kill. I like combat logs. I need to use these more.
Hold on, guys. Let me combat log in and begin. How do you bring that up? Just for
It's
reference
the tree, the
there you
log.
go.
Combat log.
That's a log. All right.
I only
you.
just realized that. I'm
Thanks.
sorry, Lumi. That was more entertaining than it should have been. It's 8 in the morning, okay? We get entertained by
Normal
these things.
bedtime here for gamers like us.
Look at Valve making the combat log a log icon.
Oh, they're so funny.
You so clever, Valve.
All right, I think we're done here.
So farming just fine at bottom lane, as you'd expect. Slightly ahead of the Gyrocopter in the safe lane, but that's because Gyrocopter goes for that kill, gets the kill, and that's kind of like you miss 3 or 4 CS often when you go for those kills. Zhou has had just uninterrupted free farm at bottom lane, but it's going to get slightly interrupted now because it looks like his team want to push this tier 1 tower nice and early. The 2 supports come in. There's a Dark Troll giving skeletons. You can send that neutral creep behind the tower to draw off the creep wave, and this could be a very fast tier 1 going the way of Tongfu.
What I think Zou's strongest asset in
Dire's
terms of
bottom
carrying
tower
is his
is
laning
under
ability,
attack.
especially if if there's nobody zoning him out, he's gonna get basically practically every perfect CS. If there is somebody zoning him out, he is gonna use things like waveform and just physical right clicks
Radiant's
coming out from
top tower
Morphling to
is
zone
under
out the
attack.
enemy carry. And not only that, they're
Dire's
gonna be pushing a couple of
structures
towers.
are fortified.
So like it's good to see Enigma
Dire's
if he could come
bottom
out of jungle
tower
like
is
he
under
is doing on the
attack.
top lane to do a little bit of counter pushing. Enigma, one of the faster pushers coming out of jungle as well. So it looks like
Both teams going to go for
bottom
2 towers, and
tower
I think
has
both
fallen.
teams might get 2 towers if they want to commit to it.
Radiant's top
Enigma,
tower has fallen.
very good at getting these towers early, and with a Chen creep army, both teams with a Basiora, I think we're just going to see 2
Trading.
towers.
Yeah.
Unless
Bottom
the
tower
solar
is
mids
under
rotate, and
attack.
Puck is doing just that. He's headed top.
Radiant's top
I
They
think-
give
tower
life
is
steal
under
mid. I
attack.
like this decision from Tongfu. They may actually hold this tier 2 top tower.
yeah, with Xiaotuji not getting called down just yet because he's only level 4, it's very easy to defend this
Oh.
3-man coil on top. Xiaotuji, Xiaoe breaks the coil. He's going to be in huge trouble. No silence up top. Finally, Moo's going to get the kill. The coil now breaks on Xiaotuji. Sanchez going to come right in against EDC, but looks like Puck already dead. Trading 1 for 1.
I think it's good trade for Puck because he's going to hold the top tier 2 tower as well. It's not, I mean, Puck's going to be a man, had to die, but they hold the tier 2 tower. They don't take a whole lot of damage to it at all. And meanwhile, look at bottom. They're
Yeah.
not done pushing.
They're
Tier
gonna
3
go
tower,
high
they're not
ground.
going to get this, but they'll at least chip away and do some good damage. Well, maybe not good damage to it. They're just going to force TPs.
I mean, they forced a TB from Enigma, who was, by the way, in the
Who's in
fountain.
fountain,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's 135 down the drain that
Jeez.
didn't really need to spend there. By the way, Morphling, I think he's got at least one of the tower last hit. Not sure whether he
If-
got the tier 1.
If they don't kill Enigma at top lane, do they like get that tower down to half HP or something? Because he didn't have a TP up there.
I think with the creep wave dying, the Eidolons had to start tanking, and they're not exactly the most tanky thing. So I really don't think they would have got the push off regardless. With the Puck rotation, that would have been.
No, I mean like because Puck killed the Enigma top. What happens if Puck doesn't kill the Enigma? Just decides, hey, I'm just gonna watch them hit the tower. The bottom push does more damage because Enigma's not there.
Yeah, I think they would have defended tier 2
Yeah.
up top regardless.
Just
of
by
whether-
throwing illusionary orb.
just throw orb and maybe
Yeah.
just pulling the creep aggro off the tower in any case.
Why are you killing people, Puck? Moose killing the Enigma, backfiring.
Trading a kill there, perhaps not exactly what Puck wanted because he wants a quick blink dagger, but it worked out just fine.
Nice sentry in the mid lane. We'll get this D ward on the observer ward as soon as they get vision going high ground. And Yao, well, you haven't seen anything from Yao yet on this mid lane Weaver.
Yeah, I mean, again, I just don't like Weaver being played by LGD. It doesn't really suit their playstyle, it seems like. It's one of those heroes that deals damage very slowly. It's not a team fight hero. I guess they're trying to wrestle with this new playstyle of being very aggressive, chasing, and I guess Weaver's perfect for that. But
Weaver's not really a Yao hero though.
yeah.
But-
Well, is Mirana with the arcane boots Yao,
Yes.
Yao hero?
In an offensive trialing and going utility, I'd say yes.
Oh yeah, alright, fair enough. Meanwhile, XCT's been jungling up. He's level 5 with phase boot, 2 points in the open wounds, and generally that's enough to actually set up a couple ganks. But who is he actually ganking? Very hard to actually find those targets. Enigma going for that quick mech. He's playing the utility role this game, allowing Yao to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah. Gonna need. Well, yeah. Rabbit on the gyrocopter top lane has got phase boots, 1300 gold. We'll see where he looks to go for next. And DDC needs to start. He wants to get that fast level 6. He wants the Fiend's Grip up. Lifestealer, well, not that farmed yet. is going to start becoming annoying to deal with and hard to deal with once he gets some more free farm and levels. Meanwhile, mid lane, Nightmare on Sansheng.
Yep, Calldown's going to get dropped here, and Sansheng's going to try to drop all of his nukes before dying. I think Pug really wanted to waste his Stream Coral to save the ally, because there's no way he's...
It wasn't being saved.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Zoe on the bot lane here, farming against a DD a little bit. Zoe CS, he's keeping up with Enigma. 51 lane creeps here.
Enigma with the fake CS.
Fake CS. Well, I think Zoe's going to be going for shotgun Lincoln, or Lincoln shotgun in that particular order. He's been going for this particular build almost irregardless of the lineup in the game.
Yeah, it seems to be the most kind of consistent and reliable way to play this here. Meanwhile, top lane, there is an initiation on XTT. They haven't got Fiend Script, but Nightmare into Homing Missile, Rocket Barrage, and the Brain Sap is enough damage to kill him off.
And now they do get Fiend Script, so Infest wasn't available either for Life Splitter, so he wasn't able to hide into one of his creeps. So nice pick off over all of the plays here. LGD, they're not getting any critical kills, but they're getting kills nonetheless.
Joe actually rotates.
Yeah, on the mid lane, that's something that he also likes to do with his team. Just push. I mean, Morphling is actually a very decent pusher, because if you eat a nuke under the tower, Zoe could just waveform and then kill you.
Waveform at level 4 is a really good sort of early game fighting spell. It costs a lot of mana, but he's doing just fine. He waves down the creep wave, gets the T1 tower as well. That's the other reason he wants to drop. He wants that tower money, and he gets it. He immediately starts rotating back towards bottom lane, it looks like, going to pick up a Perseverance on the way so he can get that mana regen, spam more waveforms, get more farm. DD, he's farming away at bottom lane, probably just looking for some arcane boots. If not that, something like an Urn of Shadows.
Oh, here comes Zoe. I don't think Zoe gets a kill on him. 9 base armor here on Naga Siren. But he's going to hit you a couple of times.
Yeah. Maybe even waveform because there's a big creep wave, but no, he's just going to... He probably wants this wave to push out just so we can farm it slightly safer. There's no need to pressure the bottom lane because there's no tier 2 tower that he wants to chip away.
Oh, DD and walks back in and he drops some mana. He's going to get picked off. You got to hold your mana for the song like that. I'm not sure what
he got an early point in Adaptive Strike, which... Well worth it.
Yeah.
Pays for itself.
Picked up a kill right there. I mean, you don't need max morph if nobody's ganking you. In fact, right now, Tongfu's doing a very good job applying pressure elsewhere.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. Decisions were immediately regretted. And that just happened.
And Moo. Blink Dagger very, very close. DDC was actually sort of walking in on mid lane, looking for a Fiend's Grip, it looks like, with Yao popping an Invis rune.
Malefice is going to get dropped here, but with a haste rune, you black hole this.
He needs to get out.
You black hole this.
PGG. I think we have a BTS subscriber PGG emoticon, which better be getting spam right now.
Well done.
Yeah, there we go. Mistakes were definitely made.
Yeah, on the milling here. Ooh, nice micro coming out from ZSMJ to stomp the fall to Song. There you go, getting it the hell out of there. Time lapse back. Wish they had Black Hole. Wish they had Black Hole.
That's a perfect 3-hero Black Hole if they had it.
Swap CSMJ back in Shanshin. What are you doing to the legend? Moo now gets Fiend's Grip and Moo's gonna be dead. Shanshin drops a magic missile. Here comes Zoe, trying to do a little bit of damage. Net comes out on Shanshin as well. XTD back in the fight. They really need Black Hole in this fight. Nightmare goes on Zoe. Nobody toggling Nightmare. DDC gets in here. CSMJ still migrating after his death. Colin gets dropped here and Rabbit not really doing enough damage. Output another stomp coming from ZSMJ. The micro's there.
Zhou's doing a really good job at coming to these sort of fights. Even if he's not getting kills, it makes it a lot harder for LGD to chase if they have to worry about that waveform coming in. But they will chase, they will get Sancheng on the Vengeful Spirit, so Puck as well as VS both going down in that fight, and that's not something that Tongfu can be too happy about. That's actually LGD's first 2 kills of this game. Until then, it was 6-0.
LGD first 2 kills?
Wow, another kill. They get Weaver at mid lane. Where are you looking, Looney?
I mean, Tongfu's first 2 kills.
Oh, Tongfu's first 2? Where? What am I talking about?
I don't know, you confuse me so much.
I'm getting numbers mixed up, Lumi. It's like... I'm sorry.
Well, that's a stand.
Tongfu get another kill at mid lane, this time on a Weaver, an important kill at that. Well, no, actually not that important. Weaver's actually not doing a whole lot. It's just nothing like the earlier Weavers we've seen. Zhao Chuji, controller game with Weaver. We've seen some very big and scary Weavers. How included in that list. But right now, this has been a very quiet Weaver.
Yeah, and that's an issue. I think Weaver needs to get big right now. Gyrocopter needs to get big because Zoe, he is just unstoppable. 2-0-0, you know, almost 80 CS in 12 minutes of farm. He's been involved in like 3 or 4 tower assets. Definitely 2. I'm pretty sure he's got a 3rd tower asset as well. So he's extremely rich. Almost there at Lincoln Sphere. So once he gets Lincoln Sphere, he's going to be constantly harassing our tier 3, tier 2 towers. I think LGD's in a little trouble unless they get quick hexes, but they're nowhere near any of those big items.
Yeah, I like Tongfu's position a lot better. While they are going to be getting the BKB up on Gyrocopter, I just don't feel like this is going to be enough. Zhao 8's got to be the saving grace. Got to start hitting some of those, well, hitting those black holes. Just the one which he's thrown so far and completely airball, but plenty of time to redeem himself. I've seen his mag miss like 3 or 4 bad RPs in a row, but then he gets that one, which you always remember.
You just need the one that wins the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that happens before then can be forgotten.
What if you missed the last one?
Well, as long as you win the game.
Well, Zhou TP back on the bot lane. What he's also really good at, Zhou, is having good replica control, which is, you know, not too
Radiant's
difficult to say,
middle
but you
tower
recognize
is
where
under
the
attack.
team fight is going to be at, to recognize where you want to go next with a push and whatnot is pretty important.
Say what you want about Zhou, but this guy, I would say, plays the best Morphling in China, potentially the best Morphling out there.
In the world, yeah.
I think, I mean, partly because I'm one of the only teams that picks it, but I think this is definitely one of the best Morphling players out there.
I think I'm going to give you a more of the underrated answer. I think Lakel's has his number on... on
I mean,
Lakel
Lakel's
Morris.
is kind of just fallen off a bit. I mean,
Yeah, Lakel's
he's
is
just like your he's like your burning. He just farms and farms.
Yeah, meanwhile, we do have Yao being silenced up. He's going to die. No, time lapse back in time.
That's
Here
a
we
max
go.
out waning rift too.
The song also been used. Can they actually catch up? They cannot, but we just need a single Malefice, and that would be it. Move, by the way, we'll have Orb coming out very soon. Orb's now to the high ground, and should be okay. No, the grip comes off from DDC. Get out of here.
And Sandshank's come up as well. He needs to be careful because he's not got too many escape mechanisms. Unless he wants to swap ZSM down to the bus again.
ZSM survived that, by the way.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he's probably saying like, dude, do you know who I am? What are you doing? Legend.
I guess it would have been it is a good swap because ZSM survived, but it looked a little bit dicey then. It definitely did.
Well, LGD, I mean, you mentioned you don't like their position. They are about to pick up a BKB for Gyrocopter. Weaver starting work on a BKB of his own. Do you see them able to sort of turn things around with these couple of BKB pickups and a BKB even on Enigma? Forget Blink. I like the just straight BKB from nothing to go through it, except for a swap though. So he's going to have to make sure that he waits for swap to be used or he hits VS in that black hole.
Yeah, again, you got to ask yourself, what are these BKB blocking? It's blocking a couple of magical nukes. And black
A lot of magical nukes.
Yeah, it
Morphling
is.
is like all magical nukes.
Right, but when Morphling walks up to you and shotguns you, your BKB, yes, it's going to save you, but he's going to just turn back and wait for it again. So in your team fights, I'm not sure how effective your BKB is because it's going to be a lower duration. And Morphling is still going to find that shotgun one way or another. I mean, if Enigma BKB, he says, fine, I'll just go on the Naga or the Bane instead.
Well, it's like after the Ethereal Blade, you can BKB before the adaptive strike
Sure,
comes.
that's the big thing here, especially with
it doesn't require like insane reaction time, but it's something you can actually do.
Yeah, that's a key part that
Because then he's wasted his Ethereal Blade. So I think it's a very good item against the Morphling.
What Morphling's got is really, really good physical right clicks as well, but obviously he's not working with that kind of right click just yet. And I guess because he's going for Lincolns first, though, like you give the enemy time to actually build up to those BKBs.
Yeah, the big target for Morphling's going to be this Bane, because Bane won't be able to immediately react because of that Lincoln Sphere, and if he can just blow up the Bane...
Actually, Bane could
Then the
self-Nightmare. Like, if he's a shotgun coming, he'll just Nightmare then.
Nightmare himself.
Yeah. And then...
That's true.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
maybe dodge away from him, hopefully.
It's got a long cast time, though. I feel like the shotgun adaptive track will hit because of the cast time of Nightmare, but maybe he won't get completely finished off.
Well,
But
Xiao's got close to his Mithril Hammer. I guess we should have a BKB counter going as we have Yao. Does he have his Mithril Hammer just yet? No, he's a little bit falling
he's
behind.
Yao is this has not been a particularly good game for him. Just looking at his CS, he's number 5 as far as CS goes. Sure, it's not really exactly goes back from Medallion. I think they realize that they can take an early Roshan with Eidolons if they push out these lanes, and they need the Medallion to do so. So they decide, hey, Yao man, your BKB's really far off. Get a freaking Medallion for us.
I like this choice a lot. Yeah, I mean, the Medallion's also very good against Morphling, who's going for this kind of more magical-based build. You can actually focus him down, like you said, good for Roshan. Good against Chain Creeps overall as well, if you want to just stun one up and kill it instantly. The big problem for me for LG is that they're not getting any headway into this game. They're not killing Zhou, for example, and slowing his farm. They're not killing the enemy team and then maybe proceeding it, or subsequently following up with a tower push. They're just kind of roaming around the map aimlessly almost, it feels like, and just farming. And I think Zhou wants to straight farm with you.
He does, but I don't think Joe can carry this game on his own. They're going to need farm and good damage, carry items on the life. I'm actually surprised he got the drums and didn't just go straight for an armlet, because if LGD decide to take this late game, they've got great teamfight ultimates. Fiend Script, Black Hole, Gyrocopter with a BKB, and follow this up with a damage item. I think LGD do pretty well in the late game. Weaver's just going to be kind of like a tanky BKB type semi-carry, but Zhou Zhou's going to be limited because of these BKBs. The shotgun's only going to do so much damage. Lifesteal's going to have to carry some weight here. So I honestly think LGD are happy to not sort of rush things too much here, except when they want to try to take towers. No BKBs up except for the gyrocopter. Without Zhao Ei's BKB, not going to be the easiest push, but they know that even with a BKB up, his black hole can still be cancelled.
Yeah, they're going to slowly siege this tier 1 tower. I do believe the
Radiant
Puck is thinking about
structures
jumping.
are fortified.
If he finds a 2 or 3 man waning rift and finds the Enigma or the DDC, that's what they're going to be looking towards to jump on.
Yeah, they get kind of nuked down, and LGD realize, okay, let's just go back and farm. This is much more like your standard LGD playstyle, I feel. This is... Game 1 and 2 was the well, not so much. This is the anomaly because it's only one of the 3 games. But this is what LGD. This is the playstyle they've shown at TI3. Slightly different-ish picks, but for the most part, this is very LGD Dota.
Yeah, previously a change of playstyle. I like the fact that they're using these maybe match 1 or match 2 of the series as practice games of sort and try to work on their new style. When the tough gets going, the going gets tough. Just go back to the old LGD and slow down the game. Make sure you get everybody farming, including DDC now farming in the mid lane, and try to win the game in the long run.
Yep. Well, Enigma almost going to have a BKB up, and Radiant Team Tongfu are going through enemy jungle. It's because they have this Lifestealer infested the Puck, looking for a Blink Waning Rift. DD's there in perfect position. He's in that Cyborg mat spot in the tree, so if they go in this Weaver, immediate Song of the Siren should come out.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't
This
get...
is great positioning. Oh no, go back down. Well, there he is.
Hopefully, there's silence. Where's the Song? Gotta drop the Song right now, Song, but Lifestealer gonna ensnare him as well. Time lapse back, and let the grip goes on XTT. XTT's gonna get brought down here to swap, canceling it, but no. Black Hole's available, shall I? Thinking about it, where's the Black Hole? It's gonna be on... No, not necessary.
Not needed.
Not necessary indeed. Moon's gonna get picked off as well. He's gonna try to orb away, and that's 3 kills after a beautiful bait being set up by our Naga Siren.
That was so well anticipated by LGD. That is just direct rate in motion. He wasn't actually involved with the setup. Maybe it was just the Naga Siren or the Weaver making that call. Knowing Puck has a Blink Dagger up, seeing that Puck and Lifesteal missing, and leaving the Weaver at... Because that's not... Tongfu probably aren't thinking it's bait. They're just like, okay, Weaver's at his T1 tower. Probably thinks he's safe farming. Song of the Siren, perfect counter, because even though Lifesteal's raged up, he doesn't have the damage to kill Weaver. Weaver backtracks everything. They needed the Puck damage as well.
In fact, it was the rage that killed Lifestealer, ironically, because Song does not go through magical immunity, so it was basically a 5v1 situation with Net and Grip focus on the Bane. And
that's the best play we've seen today in my eyes. That was just so well calculated. It wasn't like an individual thing. It was a team, just great cohesion, and they may even get a Roshan off of this. It looks like they will. There is all of Tongfu alive here, but with the medallion, with the gyrocopter damage, I think they can take this maybe uncontested.
Yeah, that's going to allow... I think they will. And that's going to allow Xiaowei to basically go for a maybe more aggressive item if he wants what he wants to do. I think getting physical survivability through a Helm of Dominator is not a bad choice. But if he wants to go a Manta to debuff some open wounds or shotguns or even a magic
I don't like the Manta.
Okay,
personally.
You got BKB to debuff already.
I think Manta means you have 2 items which are both survivability. For Gyrocopter, it's like you just want the BKB. Satanic later on, after you have either MKB or Butterfly, but I think Butterfly's... I mean, it's not bad if it's Lifesteal, but it's not going to do a whole lot about the Morphling, but we'll see. Morphling in trouble. He's got to replicate up, so he should just be fine. He's sending it down the river. Bane's there, though. Is there a grip? Yes, there is. Lincoln's not up. He's going to actually use it. This burns his mana as well. He's buying out. He buys his Ghost Scepter knowing he may die here, but I think he's going to be okay. Full magic one. He's fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody actually following that illusion or replicate.
Yeah. If they all followed it, then they can't chase the real hero, and he just doesn't replicate because it's just Bane. He's like, okay, Bane can grip me, but he doesn't have the follow-up damage needed.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the case was.
That's okay. That's okay from LGD. A bit of wasted time. Tongfu will be happy they got away with it. Chipped away at top damage. The one hero I feel has done very little this game is Chen, ZSMJ. He hasn't played poorly, just hasn't found openings. He's pushed down some early towers, he's got items up, but he's 0-0-1, hasn't died. I just feel like this has been a very non-existent Chen, not through any fault of ZSMJ's, but just more because of LGD's draft and the way they're playing.
In that one team fight, he had, I think, 2 stomps, 2 nets, and a Hand of God ultimate.
Yeah.
It was really well micro, but we haven't had too much team fights, so
no.
I guess really can't take
Tongfu
advantage.
have only had 3 kills, so
Yeah.
I think he'll still be good late game. Having just the heals will offer a lot against the AoE combo. If he doesn't get caught in the black hole, then your Hand of God mech can make a big difference. But big ancient stack here for Tongfu. This is, well, it's hard to kill for one thing.
Well,
They're losing Chen Creeps. They're losing XCT. Can't handle this, man.
yeah, they have Terror, they have Aura, but
They need Joe.
yeah, you need
He's not
something
coming.
like a Morphling or a Gyrocopter on your own team to clear those flags. Which, by the way, I'm surprised that LGD hasn't been really pulling.
That's
They've
true.
been good on things like that because they like to play for the long game. But
Well, the next item for Zhao Tuji will be that butterfly. So throw on some evasion. Which I think isn't bad, even though Morphling's going the shotgun, you've got the BKB to deal with that. He does still have decent physical damage presence, and, well, LG should get this T1 tower, I imagine uncontested. With BKBs, I think, no Weaver BKB, but they've got BKB on Zhao 8 as well as Zhao Tuji. That's going to get confusing. Zhao 8, Zhao Tuji, I've only just noticed that. But Aegis as well, they're not going to defend the Tier 1 tower, and Tongfu just trying to push out some of these other lanes, get more farm, Lifestealer's top, and still working on an armlet at 23 minutes is not where you want your Lifestealer to be.
yeah, he started semi-jungling, and Lifesteal is definitely not one of the faster hero jungling. Zoe is gonna replicate back out, and back to the Ancients he goes.
Alright. What'd Kawa do? I see people getting angry at Kawa. Kawa disband.
Exactly, he didn't do anything. I was just getting food. Not for us though.
Can smell something cooking. Well, Tongfu is there coming back in this game? It's such a small difference between the two teams. XCT are going to have to rage TP at top lane. DD Weaver was there. They needed maybe a Bane Grip. Meanwhile, near the secret shop, Zhou, you see, I can't imagine him in trouble. This is the power of Morphling. He's so hard to gank and kill unless you can lead with a silence.
Oh. Looks like they're gonna try to go focus on Shansheng.
Killing Chentry.
Yeah, they see Shansheng right now. Ensnare's gonna be on top. No TP available. Swap. He can spell the Morphling in. I think the Puck wants to swap in. He wants to blink out. Looks like Shansheng's gonna be dead. Meanwhile, teamfight breaking out on the left side. Puck just goes out on the right.
Bane's a big kill because it means they can now sort of actually chip away and try and take fights without having to be worried about getting gripped up. The alternative is they throw a Black Hole, which is a much bigger ultimate. That's something you want to save. But LGD going to start working around this Tier 2 tower. And no defense in sight from Tongfu. They just don't have the firepower. They don't have that Ethereal Blade. It's 400 gold away, but even when they have it, it's sort of like we said earlier. They can use it on the Bane, but Weaver, Gyro, Enigma can just BKB it off. They're proving that LG's lineup can't really be stopped when they go to push these outer towers.
Yeah, I'm not really sure whether I like Zoe's item choices here. I feel like he already has enough survivability, and Shotgun is generally a good follow-up. But is it too late, do you think? In a stage like a game like this where mech's already available, where we have a ton of HP on support, or sorry, mech is not available just yet on LGD, but eventually will be. I just feel like DDC and the rest of his LGD team have so much HP that Shotgun is not going to be really effective.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's a better item for them at the same time. I think one of the problems was Lifestealer going for the Drum of Endurance here. Kawa, man, I'm on to you. You think that gets past me? Coming for you.
What is getting past me?
It's right over Lumi's head. We've got this giant preview screen, which doesn't have the tennis on. The other day I had the tennis on instead of using the preview screen, but that was the US Open. But we're going to see ZSMJ actually get caught out here in the jungle, and, well, the TP out. What's he actually doing there?
What's shown being on the previous game?
Oh, he just switched the camera to us.
Yeah?
Oh, we're casting. And my casting posture is not very impressive, so...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well then.
There's Dota to be watched, man.
Really?
Come on. This is good old Chinese Dota. Unfortunately, we didn't bring our rice hats.
We need some rice hats at BTS.
My friends have some good ones, some really good ones. Back in Australia, I need to get them to send them over. To go with our new Minetsky attire.
Alright, I'm looking exactly... Ooh,
Are they going to go for this kill? No.
Relocate.
As soon as he loses the Lincolns, he relocates out, knowing that a Fiend's Grip could follow.
Yeah, very well played Morphling. Want to extend the game as long as possible and never dies. That's why he was somewhat disliked after TI2. Because he would just do this all day. Imagine every team did this. Zoe was one of the best of them, so...
I think from here on out, Tongfu just really have to hope to get some key pickups, whether it's from smoke ganks, something. They've gone for this Ethereal Blade Morphling, and I mean, Morphling's been involved in most of their kills, and this is Zhou being so active, getting early towers for his team, coming to fights, but with the lineup they have, they just don't seem to have the firepower. And the other hero, the Puck Lifestealer and Sealer Bombs have done absolutely nothing. The only one they tried completely backfired, and I think as a result, they decided, hey, we can't do this anymore, it's not going to work, but that's what they've got to go for. That's how they get kills. Infest, Lifestealer, Puck Bomb, and go for these kills. But Naga Siren has just played amazingly. DD has really been the standout player in
Radiant's
some
top
ways.
tower
I
is
think
under
what they
attack.
want to do is perhaps just say, hey, we have Zero farming on the Morphling. This is an unlosable game.
Dire's middle
XCT,
tower
all he
is
has to
under
do is
attack.
grab a couple farms. Well, he's got Face Drum and Armlet.
Radiant's
I think
top
they just
tower
want to
has
farm.
fallen.
That's all they really care about.
Yeah. Well, LGD, you can take it late game with a farm Morphling, but I feel like the Gyrocopter is going to be king of the late game. Get an MKB, go Divine Rapier for all you care. LGD don't even use the Aegis that Zhao Tuji had. They're quite happy to just stall this out even further. As Ensnare being used at bottom lane just to kill a Chen creep. That's where this game has come to. DD's like, hey man, Chen Dark Troll Warlord, ensnare that bitch.
Might as well. That's some anger in there. I'm gonna point out that Xiao is actually going for a just a single point in Midnight Pulse, just opting to go for stats instead. If you don't think you could actually land your Midnight Pulse, not really too useful as a spell to pick up.
Naga picks up a gem, which is quite noteworthy because right now, a lot of this game is being decided by vision, by what you see your opponents doing. And if you get dewarded right now, it's going to become a lot harder to farm safely because you never know when your opponents are ganking, where they're moving around the map.
Well, we'll see those deward happening very, very soon. You know, Xiao 8's. He's got Blink. He's working for a Linken's or a Hex, do you think? Blink, Linken's, BKB? Black Hole?
I'm thinking it's Hex, though.
You unstoppable?
I think Hex is... I mean, it's the safer way to go just because in Black Hole... They don't need to hit a big Black Hole to win the game right now.
I mean...
Dire's top
Zhou's
tower
just so
is under
tanky by
attack.
himself. I don't know. I feel like the only way to actually kill Zhou is to start with a Blink Black Hole.
Yep.
And then you just dispel his Linken's and everything.
I would like to see a refresher Enigma. I remember eHome versus somebody like a year ago in Dota 2.
Okay.
It was... Who was it that got the refresher Enigma? I think I was casting
King
that
J.
game with
King
LG.
J.
Were you casting that?
No, but I know what you're talking about. King
Yeah.
J generally gets refresher Enigmas.
What? I think was not. It might have been QQQ though. I can't remember. LD, hopefully, I see LD trolling away in the chat, so hopefully he's gonna update me. But basically, he would use the first black hole would just be used on one hero to like just go for a solo kill. There was nothing to stop the BKB black hole, so just use it, and then everyone would run in. Second black hole was what would actually hit 3 or 4 heroes.
Yep. Well, we'll see. He's definitely not going to go for refresher first. Doesn't even have enough on pull to support 2 black holes and refresher activation in between.
Refresher hex, 2 hexes as well as 2 black holes.
I guess so.
It looks like the game is going the distance right now. We've seen 16 kills in 30 minutes, only 4 for Tongfu. Tongfu know they're in a lot of trouble right now, but at the same time they know all we can do is keep on farming. XCT has his armlet up, 2k gold on top of that. He probably goes for something like a Basher from here. I don't even know if Basher's going to be all that good here. There's Evasion on Gyrocopter, there's Black Hole, there's Ensnare. If anything, maybe Assault Crest just for more survivability as well as just providing that aura.
LGD waiting for Roshan.
Yep.
Just sitting there.
This is your standard LG Dota. This is your good Chinese Dota with me. I'm loving this.
I would love it if I had more sleep.
Plenty of sleep. I've been casting like non-stop the last 24 hours, Lumi.
You don't understand. You don't understand.
I don't understand sleep.
You don't understand sleep.
And what are we looking at?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll check this out again. LGD get Roshan, so
Yes, they do.
Gyrocopter, Helm of the Dominator, so it's not going for pure damage here with an MKB. He's saying let's go Satanic, unless he wants to drop his TP score and just go casual. He could go casual Helm into MKB. Bottom lane, once again, Replicate immediately used. As soon as he sees the Bane, he's not even waiting for his Lincoln to get popped. He's like, okay, I want to be as safe as possible. And what do you think you get if you're Joe here on Morphling?
Manta is the next choice. It does debuff a couple. Malefice is the big thing that you want to debuff if you're being targeted. If there's any silences, Manta would be a good choice as well. I think Scotty if you feel very, very confident.
Okay.
Yeah. So Manta.
Oh, they break the Lincolns. Ensnare gets disjointed. Nice play from Joe.
I like how OGs keep trying to do this repeatedly, especially with the first gank that made him to not have replicate or replicate, and then the second one to go for the kill. That didn't happen.
Just keep on attempting. One slow reaction from Joe and he's dead. So Joe so far, I mean, say what you want about Joe. Being the burden of IG, he has played a flawless game here on Morphling. He's been the best player on Tongfu this game by far.
I mean, there's not much play going on, so There you go.
If he's been caught out a couple of times, the game's over by now.
Yeah,
Tongfu are in this game because he's played perfectly and not get caught out. If you put almost like any other player on Morphling, I would say there's a good chance they would have been caught out at least once by now. Zhou has had great game sense.
Zhou not only farming himself, but also pressuring, forcing TPs, forcing multiple ganks to go on him. Hex gets picked up here, and suddenly I think Tongfu gets a lot more weapons if they want to take a team fight. You could just have a infested Puck making those ganks like you're talking about, but I don't think those would come.
Jeez, Xiao Tuji. I'm sad. I wish he hadn't gone straight for this Satanic. Get an MKB, go more damage oriented, but they want to play this a bit safer. And I guess with the Lifestealer bomb potential, he does maybe need the extra HP, but
I think it's a great item choice. I mean, I'm not sure whether Tongfu has
it's
enough,
much safer.
like to actually pierce through the BKB of
With Hex, they have a Hex up on Puck, so with that, if they jump on him, he's dead, because that gets rid of the evasion.
I mean,
They'll kill him before he comes out and pops Satanic, I imagine.
he's also got 21 armor, and if you don't kill him, he's gonna pop out with BKB Satanic and then just get all of his HP back.
There's just no way Tongfu can go for kills, really. It's just incredibly high risk. You jump on Gyrocopter, if either Naga Siren or Enigma, or if any of Naga Siren, Enigma, or Bane's behind him, you get counter gank. Song can just wait it out. There's a BKB Black Hole, Fiend's Grip, Nightmare Hero, and Fiend's Grip another. There's just so much ability for LGD to keep their heroes alive that Tongfu, that's why they have 4 kills here. It's not through lack of trying, but they've just accepted the fact there's no one they can actually kill on this LGD side. The one here we haven't seen anything much of is Yao on the Weaver, but he's actually getting some alright farm here.
Yeah, he's finished his BKB, or, well, when Ogre Club finished the medallion, went back to the BKB, and then slowly went up to Demon Edge. I mean, both teams just trading at farm, so the item progression is just fairly similar. 2,700 gold on Enigma, I guess working towards that Hex. Double damage here on Gyro. I think they're going to just walk up the high ground, start hitting it for a bit. Yeah, might as well do some chip damage.
Yes, they've got the Aegis. I think LGD have got all the items they need. Sure, Zhao Wei maybe hasn't got his Lincolns or Hex whatever he wants to go for, but with the Aegis, they want to at least use it while it's up. It's very safe for them to just put Gyrocopter on the high ground, and immediate Glyphs comes out, so the other thing we have to see Tongfu do is they've got to use this swap to cancel Black Hole.
Shotgun. Smart
use of that. At this point, just spam the shotgun whenever it's up to defend, because Gyrocopter, he doesn't really want to go in too riskily here.
He's got the urn, he gets Hex again. If he gets dead, he's got the Aegis.
That's still okay.
Zhou gets gripped. That's a one fight that he cannot get gripped. Nice defensive swap.
Swaps used though. Black Hole now is a free Black Hole.
Calldowns got used though. BKB got forced out by Yao as well. They got really trigger happy.
Nothing can stop BKB Black Hole because there's no swap for what, 30 seconds?
Well, the only thing that will stop it is good position. Don't get Black Hole, which is actually LGD backs off. They're saying we don't have Aegis.
Ethereal Blade back up because the way they push is with Zhao Tuji on the front lanes hitting at the Raxes. So with his well, he's got BKB. Maybe they could have just popped the BKB then retreated, but they don't want to just waste BKB charges. So
yeah, I mean, well, Yao. Yeah, unfortunately wasted one. The cooldown didn't hit on anything either, but it's really hard to say whether it's the right decision or not to back off like that. LGD though.
They're so scared of this shotgun morphing, I think. You can see how much damage it can potentially do to the Gyrocopter there. He's got Satanic now though. Yep, Satanic comes out, so he's going to have a lot more just raw HP, as well as the fact after getting shotgun he can put it on and just quickly regen it life back up.
Yep. Gyrocopter working on his next
searching in mid-lane. He's just going to throw more shotguns and then replicate out, I think. Even if he doesn't get kills here, it's just to harass more than anything. Although harassing Gyro is not going to do anything. Ooh, are they actually going for a kill here?
Not sure.
ZSMJ is in no man's land at mid lane. He was like smoked up near this tier 2 tower. Bottom, no, has to get the hell out of it. Even after using the Hex, Sanshin going to be left to die. Smart choice there. Zhao Wei's chasing, looking for anyone. Zhou, he gets spotted. There was a ping on him from Brown, but they're actually going to chase other targets here. Dreamcall. Does Dreamcall actually not land there? It looks like a BKB from Weaver kept himself alive as Zhao Wei still on the hunt. He's got Hex as well.
Ooh, Sound Siren too.
Bit far out. Oh no, it's got Zhou. He's got no replicate.
Is Zhou dead? Black Hole gonna be used. That's worth the kill. Zhou being picked out.
Not GG, but
not GG.
Nice kill.
He's got buyback, right? He does.
May as well just instantly buyback. Oh, Lifesteal only narrowly TPs out of that one. And if Tongfu lose too much here, this is looking to look really bad for them. ZSMJ still being chased down. He's got a mech which is just he wants to pop as soon as possible just to get that plus armor Lifestealer. Gonna scare him off. Still no mech pop actually. Decides against it, and the push going to continue. They're just saying, hey, we got to force this Morphling buyout, or if he doesn't have it, we get Raxes.
There's a buyback, and time to turn back here. Oh no! Looks like Xiao Tuji in a little bit of trouble. Malphite gets dropped. BKB gets activated. Xiao Tuji still alive. Shotgun not gonna do enough. BKB, I think, blocks the eventual waveform.
Black hole's being used, so Zhao Wei says, I don't need my BKB for a black hole. He's
They
just
all
gonna
back
TP
off.
home.
Nobody focusing on the racks. They're respecting the chasing power.
This game's very tense here. Puck wants to chase. He's got no dream call, though.
Okay, everybody backs off. So I think what LG wants to do is wait for the next Roshan and then do the exact same thing.
Yep.
They're leading by 10,000 gold. No need to just push up the high ground, give away all their advantage. Meanwhile, Zoe seems like it's... How many lingots here would Zoe want to buy if it's stacked?
Well,
3?
it doesn't... You can only I don't know, because black hole is not going to be stopped, and we've seen Zhao Wei. He's quite happy to use it on a solo Morphling.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all of it, right?
Yep.
And now Xiaoei's got himself a Hex, so we're looking at Blink Hex for a single target initiation.
And a refresher's, I gotta say, a refresher's probably next. Maybe a Boots to travel beforehand or something, but I want to
Sure.
see a refresher Enigma before this game is over.
Well, here comes the entire
The smoke
Tongfu.
getting through. Ooh.
That's
Oh, he went wrong way. They didn't see him. They didn't get the scent. They found other targets, so Hex on the DDC. Who's Bane here? He's going to get sunned up. It looks like he may just be sacked. There's no black hole here.
Shotgun. Nightmare
Nice,
self.
full
Nightmare's
stop.
available.
Nope.
No, he gets
They
picked
get the
off by
full shotgun.
Adaptive Stripe. Here comes the call down. It's going to hit it on XTD by a little bit. Dream Code's going to be on top of everybody. XTD gets forced out back out. BKB activated from not Hovos. Xiaotuji right-clicking away with Flat Cannon. Sent back on XTD. Oh, Blink treating destroy. Shannon's just going to get picked out yet
They're
once again.
sacking heroes
CSMJ's
right
on the
now.
run. Worse, Morphling comes in on the back line, focusing on Xiaotuji. Worse, a Satanic being activated,
Did he
but
die?
Satanic...
There's no Bane Fiend script.
There isn't. He's got Replicate as well. Shotgun coming in. The Hex go
way.
through though. Can you bring him down? Back over down. Tuji. Where's the life steal? No life steal.
He
and he gets
replicated
back
out.
out.
He's
Just by
mid.
a second. Musa in a little bit of trouble. Moves phase.
Has he got
does
blink?
have more. Blink. 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 Oh no, blink.
Is that good enough for Tongfu? They get the kill on Gyro, who immediately buys back. It was...
It's not good enough.
I
It's
feel
not good enough.
LGD come out on top of that fight, but only by a small margin. The problem is, game just goes back to this sort of standoff. LGD wait for Roshan. They get Roshan. This
Yes.
time it's Aegis and Cheese. And LGD right now have basically...
Dyer's
Well,
top
it's
tower is
Tricore.
under
I'd say
attack.
Enigma is basically a core hero at this point. He's one of their carries with the items he's got. So they've got Enigma, Gyro, and Weaver all ridiculously farmed, looking at the net worth, while the Radiant team, all they have is Morphling.
Yes.
Lifestealer does not have anything as far as farm goes.
Also, the way that you play Morphling, he's more of a elusive carry. Even though he's very tanky on the front line, you don't want him to be focused. So you look at the front line for Tongfu, who's actually going to do the tanking. Lifestealer evidently can't tank because he just get brought down very quickly. If you lose your Chen, for example, on the front line, then you're losing heal. If you lose your Vengeful Spirit, you're losing a ton of damage to his Aura and Terror. So there's just no target for Tongfu to sit in the front line. Meanwhile, though, everybody felt like for LG could sit in the front line. BKB Gyro eventually went down, but Satanic and Butterfly gives him a lot of tank ability. Yao with just a BKB and time lapse alone, he could tank in the front line as well. I just feel like LG has more avenue of team fight than what Tongfu's got. Tongfu's got to wait to get jumped on, and that's never a good prospect when you're dealing with a BKB Enigma Black Hole.
The scary thing is for Tongfu is that LGD have 3 just game-winning, or potentially game-winning ultimates. Fiend's Grip, Black Hole, and Song of the Siren.
Yes.
Any of these ultimates can just win a team fight and win the game for them. So it's so difficult for Tongfu. What if they've got not a single game-changing ultimate on their side right now?
I think the only thing they really have is like a blink and a swap, for example, or a swap and a hex immediately.
Yes.
If you
do
can
it.
bring that into Gyrocopter and then immediately, focus him down,
And someone has to cancel the Enigma
there's just
Blink.
nothing to cancel it, right? So,
Is under attack.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it could be.
right, if you
Maybe Zhou just like puts a replicate somewhere, or puts
I
a
guess
replicate
so.
on Zhao Wei. It's the only way you can do it.
like that avenue of a swap into a
It's-
scythe, you're not canceling the Black Hole if that's the case. That's,
It's split push time. It's Rat Dota time. Zhou's just top lane trying to stall the push.
oh,
Attack.
Hex,
Oh,
Malphus Hex.
I mean, if
No,
he
no
had
follow-up.
allies, he would have just blew that Black Hole, and that would have been yet another kill. But
He doesn't know how many heroes are behind Zhou as well. And actually, right now, there's suddenly 3 more Tongfu heroes at the top lane. Sancheng not there, but Sancheng, actually, no, he's not stacking Ancients, just chipping away at some Ancients.
they should go for the kill up top here against Xiaotuji. Xiaotuji, too fast for that. It's going to go back now. It's going to be fine. Now, Aegis and Cheese being delivered up. Weaver's got the Cheese, so he definitely can tank up. And Xiaotuji, can they bring him down twice? Will BKB Butterfly as Satanic? I don't think so.
Yeah, and if he gets an MKB up, this is going to be very difficult for Tongfu to defend. I expect LGD to push in the next 3 or 4 minutes, get these mid-raxes, and then probably back off.
Yeah,
And then Tongfu will be playing another uphill battle. We'll probably see at least one more Roshan before this game is over. Is my expectation.
I think the game could be over now if there's a bad team fight. Well,
That's true.
I mean, I think Satanic just got used on Gyrocopter to bring his HP back to full. So by the time that he walked there, Satanic should be back off on cooldown. Zoe, you can see that he's just trying his best to split push, make sure that he draws a TP. If Tongfu is able to cancel a couple... No, looks like... Never mind about that. Zhou doesn't feel confident. He has to TP back and defend this.
Yeah, I think he needs to come to fight. And I think Tongfu, I don't even know if they'll take the fight to defend these Raxes. They may just let these Raxes go. At this point, being down one set Rax is not the biggest deal in the world, but they want to at least try and get something in return, whether it's a kill on someone, at least getting rid of this Gyrocopter Aegis. They need to make something happen.
Yeah, Flat Cannon off the buildings here. Swap comes in against Xiaowei. That's what we talked about. Shotgun comes in as well, and they can bring him down. So no black hole. Shanshan's dropping though. Gotta kill him, but the grip goes on XTT. They're focusing. Nice force stab, and that's gonna make Xiao Chuchi chase a little bit. Sent back as well. They lose a rack though. Oh, here comes Smooth.
That's an okay loss. That's a good trade for the Raxes there. I think it was inevitable they lose those Raxes. They get the Enigma. There's still an Aegis though on the Gyrocopter. They lose Venture
sure
Spirit.
that's enough.
I mean, it's the best trade I feel they could have gotten. There was, like, looking at what LGD was coming at them with in mid lane, I'm like, this could be game right now with Aegis, G's, BKB Black Hole. If they don't kill that Enigma there, they could have just lost the game.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, I agree with you. That was the only trade they got, but the only trade they got was not good enough because they will wait 30 seconds, wait for Enigma to come back, and just make the exact same push in another lane.
And Tongfu make the exact same defense.
I don't know.
Drop the Enigma.
If they make the exact same defense, they lose the lane. But what that did brought time is the fact that Zoe could split push now. You can see that he's thinking about split pushing up top, split pushing up down.
Naga Siren just sending illusions to split push.
Look at Naga Siren's item. She's gonna get a heart.
That is some nasty farm from DD.
The insane, the entire LG. Ooh, Blink Hex. You're not gonna kill Yao, right?
Oh, nice. Nightmare. Oh,
where's
dear.
Xiaowei? Xiaowei's coming in right now. Blink, Black Hole. Let's go.
Pulse even.
Where's the blink? Where's the blink?
They didn't see the Vengeful Spirit, but Vengeful Spirit wasn't actually there, although they didn't know. It looks like they may get a kill. No. Nothing going away.
BKB gets run out on the right side. One Black Hole being used on Moo. I'm not sure if that's worth it.
At this point, I think they're just happy to get any solo kill. Gyrocopter picks off Chen. They're chasing down this middle lane. Vengeful Spirit Sancheng, I don't think he's been spotted, or further chases would have definitely occurred.
Ooh, and what's Zhou relocating back into...
This is the heart of Tarask Naga Siren. You are not shotgunning him down.
He's got shotgun. He's morphing, sort of.
Is he going Agi? He's got full Agi. Illusions there. He's just going to run. He knows he needs to be careful. Fiend's Grip is up, and that could just be the death of him.
I think if Naga Siren picks up a Diffusal Blade, he's going to have...
Backdoor is happening. Well, not back so much as backdoor is just pushing. Forget pushing out the creep wave. You've got creeps in mid.
Oh, shotgun going on top as well. BKB gets activated. XCD
Satanic.
does get the basher. Can he get the bash? Satanic procs. Or what? I think he wins the man fight. Yes, he does. Yes.
Can they kill him again? He's got no BKB. Oh, sleep on one. Grip on another. Cancel it though.
No Black Hole.
Can they fight this? Zhou's got to do some work here. It's all up to Zhou as the carry. They're going to bring down Enigma first.
Comes
Sleeper. They focus XTT. Lifestealer gets the kill on Enigma though. That's what XTD needed to do, and they managed to save some of these heroes. Maybe Heart on Lager makes him so tanky.
Shotgun and 4. Shotgun and 4 right now. Shotgun's going to slow down Xiao Tuchi and Ensnare go and block the Lincoln Sphere. Xiao Tuchi's quite low. He's got a man fight. Satanic bringing back up. Sandshire's going to get the magic missile to get yet another kill. Can this be the comeback?
Heroes dead.
You go down the mid lane and drone. Go.
Gyrocopter has buyback. Enigma, no buyback it looks like.
Go.
Weaver
what are they doing? What are they doing?
Has buyback. Two of these heroes have buyback, but they should at least be forcing these out.
Yeah, Zhou, I think he should defend up top, deliver himself bridge of travel, and the rest of the team pushing mid. What are they doing? They're not doing any of that.
They're going mid with 3 at least. Morphling can... He's got a replicate up, so Morphling can come... They're going to go mid. They're not going to force out Weaver's buyback. He's got 10 seconds, but I think they should be able to force out the Gyro buyback. The problem is...
What do you do?
If they die, if they don't expect the Gyro to buy back.
Alright, what do you do if you're Tongfu? You destroy the tier 2, you destroy the tier 3, you go for the straight throne, or you destroy the Rex?
Well, I don't think they're going to get any of that, because as soon as Gyrocopter buys back, Tongfu would just run for it.
Yeah. I think if Gyrocopter buys back, you could still go force a kill with swap, because you don't have to deal with the Black Hole. Black Hole's down for a long time, and because the Black Hole's down, freely the swaps are a free
Morphling's a bit low on mana, which is a problem, because Ethereal Shotgun costs a decent amount of mana. Need 150, 250 with the Adaptive Strike.
What was that song about?
I think they thought the push was coming. Or at least maybe they're stalling for Gyro. They want to save his buyback so that Gyrocopter can have 2 lives for this defense. And Tongfu, recognizing Gyro's back, decide not to go for this, which I think is an okay decision. Zhou's getting more farm. He's going to have a butterfly soon.
Butterfly's okay.
Yeah, Butterfly's very good.
Yeah, Butterfly is. I mean, sure, there's an MKB. And
It's still great.
it's still insane. The Hex,
MKB
though,
will come on Gyro as well, probably, but I
That-
still think Butterfly's a good item.
it's good item for now, but once the MKB comes up, and in between it,
Look at the Satanic afterwards, man.
I mean, there's double MKB and a Hex coming out from Enigma. That you gotta keep in mind. You're not gonna get Invasion. And
Do you go BKB as Morphling even?
you go Scotty, I think.
Okay.
Well,
Why would you go Skadi over Satanic though? I feel like having Lifesteal offers so much more than just having a little bit slow.
slow goes through the BKB though.
Yeah.
I just don't know what is the correct item choice here. Zoe, gotta be very careful. Shotgun
and
comes
run.
out.
Yep, I like. It's just harass away.
He does have a relocate up, so or replicate, so he should be okay. Yeah, I'm not a Morphling player on my own right, so I have no clue what you should get.
I really like this Skadi, just not at this late. It feels like it's having like Lifesteal gives him an actual utility. I feel like the slow through BKB is a very sort of small factor. But we'll have to see. Roshan is the next big deal. Zhao 8 seems to be like, man, I'm just going to camp out this Roshan for 4 minutes.
I'm not sure about that one.
Nothing the next 4 minutes matters except for Roshan. Let's just prepare. Let's get ourselves.
Well, the creep equilibrium definitely matters as well,
Yeah.
so they're going to push mid. The question is, do you think you could actually get your right clicks off when you get Satanic? And between a single Malefice or a Hex or a Black Hole or simply just Ensnare or a Fiend Script, like, even if you pop your Satanic, are you going to survive long enough to make that Satanic matter? And I'm not sure whether that's the case.
Well, I don't know. BKB wouldn't be too bad, I feel. Just because it means he can initiate in and not worry. There's
Black
so
Hole,
much.
there's
Script,
Ensnare, there's everything.
It's more for the hexes. Ultimately, you've got to decide, do I want BKB so I don't get hexed? Do I want lifesteal in case I get ensnared and then can just keep on fighting on lifestealing? Whatever you go, it's going to be tough.
I think you go for...
One thing is you always want buyback.
You know what they're doing up top here with the Mu and Illusion as well as Hex and the double damage?
Ooh.
You could actually set up a kill here. If you pick off...
Yeah. It's Rat Dota time.
Yeah. I mean, DDC right now is doing the absolutely correct thing. You just hide in the forest and make sure that the carry don't jump because he's got Nightmare, he's got 4 staff, so that should be enough items and spells to keep the carry safe.
I'm sad and disappointed in Zhao Wei. Going at a Ghost Scepter instead of going for that Refresher Orb.
She's going for shotgun. Come on.
Shotgun's actually, like, defensive shotgun is actually
Defensive
not
shotgun,
bad.
that's insane.
Like, I go shotgun on Lena after you get your Ghost Scepter. You go late game Lena, you definitely get a shotgun.
Well, this is more of a defensive variety.
Because right at this point, sure, Morphling has the shotgun, but after he's done that, he's looking for physical damage, which is where, hey, Ethereal Blade, your teammate, could save him.
You know how earlier I talked, we saw the Black Hole being used over here in this particular spot on Mu, and I said I wasn't sure whether that's okay or whether that's a good choice. I feel like whenever you don't have the threat of the Black Hole, the swap becomes a unchained spell. Like right now, swap has to always be saved for the Black Hole.
It does and it doesn't. Like, we've seen him use it. You can use it to initiate on Enigma, though, as well.
Yes,
That's the
that's
other
the thing,
option,
right?
which is how they sort
Right,
of
but that's the thing,
defended mid.
If you're initiating on Enigma or if you're using it to cancel Enigma, you're not focusing on Xiao Chuji. You're not focusing on.
Hey, you focus. Swap isn't like a focus.
well.
Who cares?
And don't say that about ZSMJ.
I mean,
Yeah, there we go. That was not worth.
The one thing I'm surprised that like Nagasaran didn't get with all this gold is of Vlad's. Vlad's is just a fantastic item in general. +5 armored or everyone. Bonus damage percent damage at this point in the game where everyone is like level 25 is decent. Like,
I think he should has a Heaven Salberg and a Vlad's finish right now, not a Heart.
yeah,
I mean, who the hell's gonna focus DD?
it's helped him like once or twice when Morphling's been on him, but Vlad's is just such a good item for.
Oh,
like, a
jump
support.
on the middle lane, hitting a focus on Xiao Wei, anything. 4 staff, nothing. Xiao Wei's gonna get blown up. No, he's alive right now. It's gotta drop the Black Hole.
He's on the run.
Double 4
I
staff.
think LG are gonna either not fight this or
They got earned. They're slowly healing him back up.
Gyro needs to be careful. He's got BKB. Tongfu need to disengage. They need to get the hell out of here, it looks like. Coil's being used. A lot of ultimates
He's
have been
low
used.
enough right now where another shotgun could do it. This
10
one
seconds.
earn. Who has it earned right now?
Are they going to fully commit to contesting this Roshan? It looks like they are.
They're too low. Okay, if
No
there's
more
a
earns
Hex
left?
on Gyro,
This has gone long enough that Tongfu are going to have some key things back soon. The Hex is back up.
yes,
The shotgun's back up. The only thing they're missing is the Dream Coil.
and Song's down. Like you could actually walk into the Roshan pit exactly like what Zoe is doing.
This is brave.
Radiant's
I mean,
Very, very
you are
brave.
down. Make a big play right now. Looks like both teams using the spell to scout things out.
Get that
Roshan's
beetle off you,
dropping
Joe.
low.
Get that beetle off you.
Oh my God, Roshan! Yeah, it's gonna get picked up here. That looks like Lifesteal's gonna be it. Black Hole is it gonna be here to focus on XTT? He's
got
gonna
ages.
be dead, but he. Do you get sent back through the
He got
Aegis?
Aegis.
He got sent back! Oh my god, he's gonna lose a ton of damage.
No, he's here. He's
back
here.
He's back. He's back.
Come down.
Look.
Moo. He survived about 100 HP there with the Ghost Scepter.
XTT, and XTT is gonna get focused out again. Black hole! That's... No, where's the swap? Did the swap miss? I'm not too sure what's gonna be there.
Yes, it's dead.
Zoe's gonna get the cheese. He's gonna be using everything. It looks like somebody just died there, but Zoe's gonna be dead again as well. XCT looks like he was surviving through everything. He also got killed. Courier's gonna be dead as well. What did Vengeful Spirit swap?
He was
I think
dead.
he missed the swap.
No, he was dead before the black. Oh, he was either dead in the black hole or before it.
I don't know
He
what
was
it
in the black hole.
Yeah.
The one here that wasn't in the black hole was someone else. It was like the puck or something.
No, I definitely swear I saw the swap animation. I think he misclicked on Xiao Wei.
Oh man.
I don't
Did
know
he
what
swap
the case-
himself into the black hole?
Yes,
you're
and
saying?
he misclicked. Oh, he
Oh
swapped
my
somebody else
gosh.
out.
Swap into black hole.
Yeah. Unless I'm just blind.
He swapped Lifestealer apparently.
Oh, that's how XCT survived the black hole, but you gotta cancel the black hole.
There was too much going on, man. That
Yeah.
fight was hectic. Buybacks all over the place,
And they
including the
don't
life
push.
stealer.
And they don't push?
How? They don't have. They didn't get cheese and egg. That's the one thing that Tongfu, even though they lost that fight, denying LGD Aegis and cheese just bought them another 10 minutes probably. Because I don't see LGD pushing without Aegis and cheese. That's not the LGD style.
I think LGD will push if they have double black hole.
Ooh. Is he going refresher? He's not going refresher though.
Even if he goes refresher, he can't get it until he has 8k gold, because you can be
Yeah,
sure right now
buyback.
LGD is saving for buyback.
MKB is up on Gyrocopter, so this is going to negate the evasion even further of Morphling.
Again, for me, and I'm going to agree with you, going back to the Naga Siren, DD has spent almost 6k on his Heart of Tarrasque and then another 2k on the Sage. Tell me what item for 8k could do more. A Hex would be infinitely more useful. A Vlad's would be a lot more useful to sustain your push, give Gyrocopter more armor. Heaven's Halberd upgraded from a Sage is going to be a lot more useful as well on that Morphling. Like, anything would be more helpful than the useless Heart and Sage that he's got. What the hell does this item do for you?
Yeah, really would have loved to see a Vlad. Yeah, maybe he's not always around providing the aura, but it's surprising. I don't know. I'm not sure, Lumi.
Yeah, it's not like he's a
Yeah,
carry.
wait, blink to the cliff.
He's fine.
Dewarding.
And
Put
also,
some Zed
how
down.
well has been the initiation coming out from Tongfu? Because it seems like Xiao Ei's got the target on top of him every single time. They
Alright.
jump him.
Yes.
Like, you gotta kill Xiao Ei first and foremost in all of these team fights.
Well, it looks like LGD do want to push, knowing that these buybacks are on cooldown. Zhou, no buyback for 3.5 minutes. Same for the lifesteal, and I don't think anyone except Puck has buyback. So just the Puck looking buyback tab. Yeah, only Puck with buyback on the Dire side. Enigma as well as Gyrocopter both have their buyback.
They
so
shouldn't
this
push right now. Black Hole's on cooldown for 20
Oh, yeah?
seconds. Just wait for the
They're
20 seconds.
They're probably just going to sort of chip away.
I mean, that's the
Oh,
swap
no.
again. If you don't have Black Hole, it's unleashed. The swap would do
survived.
anything. But here we go. He pops up BKB. He's got to cancel assault. He needs a Satanic. He only gets one Satanic shot off. He's still a quarter HP. Worse he
You know
burns.
what saved him there? The DDC Nightmare. He was invulnerable for a second. He got Nightmared up. And then DDC, a second later, took it off him by attacking him.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
amazing play from DDC on support. That saved... Gyrocopter was 100% dead until that Nightmare was there.
Well,
That
Yeah,
was
he's gonna
that
go-
was something.
he's going to go back jungle and lifesteal her back. And of course, he's got to wait for BKB as well, which is going to be back on 20 seconds.
Swap has got such
yeah.
a short cooldown, which... That's the good news for Tongfu. Swap, the one spell which is saving them in these fights, is fairly spammable.
I mean, keep in mind, if this game goes for like 3 more minutes, it's going to be a level 16 swap. That's going to be even more insane to deal against.
Yeah.
And, I mean, DDC playing well with the Nightmare toggle, but
Alright. Here's the black hole up, like you mentioned. He can buy back, Boots of Travel in, so Zhao with a ton of gold here. Should he so need it. If he gets swapped,
I
and
think
then
he
killed,
I think he bait the swap. Bait the swap.
and just be happy to die.
Yes.
Buy Boots of Travel TP in. Yeah.
Make sure you don't TP on
I
the
like
creep
this
as
game plan. But at the same time, if they kill Gyrocopter doesn't have Boots of Travel. I guess he can also buy them if he dies, buys back, and buys Boots of Travel. So either Gyrocopter or Enigma could bait a lot of key spells here and just come back and end the game.
They will slowly siege this.
This tower's really low as well.
Ooh, look at the nukes alone. There's no urn. Mech being forced out just for Xiao Tuji.
Waning Rift is on cooldown now as well.
Oh, here we go. Dream Core Hex on top. He's gonna get focused.
There's a Nightmare.
Black
Another
Hole, that's
Nightmare.
gonna get cancelled. Where's the swap? There's it. Comes a split second delay, but Xiao Tuji lifesteals way back, and he bashes. Samba Siren comes in right now. They're gonna focus on XTT. Everybody's still alive. Gotta focus down on Shanshin. Gold Scepter being activated. Xiao Tuji's out of defensive measures.
Where's
gotta back
Zhou?
off.
Zhou needs to do damage, but he's being gripped up under the Raxes. Zhou not attacking. Is Zhou not doing anything? Tongfu with no damage output. He dies. No buybacks. This is it. LGD look to have won this game. Boots of Travel on Gyrocopter after the buyback. Bottom Raxes will fall. Throne should fall as well. One last attempt maybe going to be coming out from Tongfu, but with just Lifestealer, as well as Puck for damage. I don't see them giving any chance to defend this.
The supporting cast.
Yeah, 100%. That was another nightmare from DDC on the gyrocopter. Gyrocopter got jumped on. Nightmare kept... It's not so much to keep him alive, it's just that half a second where you can't attack him, that Tongfu have to change target, and then the fight's lost. You can't burst him down when he gets Nightmare. DDC has been the MVP with these Nightmares for me, hands down.
I think DD has also been using his Silent Sirens very well. Every time XTT rage and comes in, he just songs, and suddenly it becomes a 5v1 engagement against XTT. So just the spell casting of backline support, DD and DDC.
Joe tried his best. 555 CS. Say what you want about the guy. He was Tongfu's MVP this game.
Yeah, he was. But there was just... I mean, we were talking about his mid-game item choice and late-game item choice. Like, what do you get in this situation? But
there was no answer.
There was no answer simply because there's too many stuns, too many disables going his way.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic way to end today's SinaCup Supernova Dota 2 Open. Whew. And we're not done. We've got We Play Dota 2 action coming up soon. But as far as this game's concerned, this tournament's concerned, we're going to have loser bracket action tomorrow. I think pretty much the entire loser bracket except the loser bracket final. So best of one matches, we have Ogura Yui against Mineski.
That should
be a lot of fun. Best of one action. And then we have, I believe the other one is New Element against Rattlesnake. So those are your two round one matches. Then the two teams who lost today in your winner bracket semifinals. But the two teams who came out on top today, it's LGD as well as IG. A very classic rivalry in China. They're going to be playing in the winner bracket final.
Yeah, I'm looking for that one as well. But for now, we are going to be done for the SinaCup broadcast.
We'll be back in, I believe, like 30 minutes to an hour. I think 1 hour until We Play. So be sure to stay tuned. We've got two fantastic games in the We Play Dota 2 tournament today. It's going to be Mouse Sports. I say Mouse Sports. It's not really Mouse Sports. It's the mixed team of Quantic Mouse Flipside, the new team with Fata, Miggle, Mania, and the two Frenchies.
Team.
It's a solid team.
Yeah.
Team with potential. They're going to be going up against VP first, and then after that they go up against KP. KP who have been, to me, like the most impressive Western team as of late. They're not quite at Alliance Na'Vi level, but I feel like they're almost number 3 in the West right now.
Number 3 in the West. That's impressive. Yeah, it is going to be Virtus Pro and KP. Yeah,
cool. So those two games coming up soon, guys. Be sure to stay tuned. We'll be taking a quick break, get some food, and rejuvenate. But until then, guys, we'll see you soon.